Oh. All right. Still trying to get some stuff in order, but at the same time, it's not going to stop no program. Okay, it's a little hot, but I'm here. Y'all know me, I like to get started. So, once again, welcome back to the str8 podcast show. I am your host, Black Heirloom from Black Heirloom Entertainment. We got a good one in for you today. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've been on here, but I got the energy. I'm finna rap today. A couple of people was asking me, was I still doing it? Yes, I'm still doing this podcast. Yes, I'm still promoting videos. Yes, I'm still doing mini clips. Yes, I'm still doing it all. It's just a little hard for me to get it done, but at the same time, I'm going to get it today. It's just hot as hell in here. Well, we got a good one for you today. I'm sitting here chilling with my homeboy, BB. You know what I'm saying? He came to see me from Reno Valley, so he came down. So been sitting here drinking a little bit and sitting here just chopping it up, going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Just catching up on old times and stuff like that. But how y'all been? How y'all doing? How y'all live? Now, y'all know how this podcast goes. Y'all know how this platform works. If y'all got any topics, any questions, anything you want to talk about on this podcast, please let me know. We are going live from Facebook Live and also YouTube Live at the same time. So, if you do not have my YouTube channel, it is at str8 podcast. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the @ symbol. Like, comment, subscribe, and please leave a commentary as far as another question or a topic is concerned, and we will get to it. But at the end of the day, it feels good to be back. I feel less stressful. I feel like I could be able to, you know what I'm saying, tune in and actually get into my podcast. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can understand where I'm coming from as far as stress level when you're dealing with work and you're trying to balance it out and trying to figure some things out and trying to make some stuff work. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that's out here trying to make it work with the means that they have, you know what I'm saying, by the government and the system being so hard that they are. Shout out to the Gym World podcast. You know what I'm saying? My nephew Greedy. Hopefully he might be in attendance today. He said he was gonna stop through. Shout out to my big sister. Her birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday! You know what I'm saying? So it's some stuff going down. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we're going to get to it and we're going to clarify it today. Now, y'all know me, when I find something that catches my eye on TikTok, I always bring it to y'all attention and let you know what you think. I did post a video or a mini clip about it. You know what I'm saying? So for ones that's watching the show that know anything about what I was referring to, you know what I'm saying? Here it goes. So it was a situation that I had just so happened to see on TikTok to where I was watching this video. And I guess this guy, he put his trash cans out. And as he put his trash cans out, he put them, you know what I'm saying? You know how you go to your street, you put them on the street side, you know what I'm saying? That way the trash man or the recycling truck can come by, pick it up, you know what I'm saying? Dump it, put it back down, you know what I'm saying? You go about your day. So this particular, I guess, neighbor or whatever, pulls his trash can out, and the neighbor that's, I guess, alongside of him decided he wanted to park there. There wasn't nowhere else to park on the street. So what he did was he moved the guy's trash cans out the way. So as he moved his trash cans out the way, the dude came back outside, the one who originated, he put the trash cans out there. He came back outside and noticed that the guy moved his trash cans the way his trash can get dumped. So what he did was he took his trash and put it inside the guy's truck since he decided to park there. He said, well, shit, I couldn't get my trash dumped. But in the same time, I'm finna dump it in the back of your truck. So he put the trash in the back of his truck. So he went back inside the house. So I guess some time had went on. And as some time had went on, the guy came back outside. The one that originally put the trash cans outside, he came back outside and noticed that the guy took the trash out of his trash can, and I think he threw it on his lawn or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, he threw it on across his lawn. So the guy ends up putting the trash back in there, and he ends up spitting on the windshield. So it become like a little thing back and forth or whatever, to where now they can't get a understanding of what's going on. So the guy that originally put the trash cans out there, he said, "Fuck it, you know what? I'm just gonna go over there to this guy to the guy's door, and see what the real issue is, because you know what I'm saying. It was just too much going on." So he knocks on the door. He's like, "Man, you know what I mean? Um, why is it, you know what I'm saying, you threw the trash back on my lawn, you know what I'm saying? And it was in the back of your truck." He was like, "Well, you should have never threw the trash on the back of my truck in the first place." He was like, "Well, shit, if you would have never moved my trash cans, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't even have this discussion." So long story short, the guy didn't even want to come outside. The guy that threw the back on the guy's lawn, along with I think a couple of other things or whatever, um, he didn't want to come outside. So my question to y'all is, how do y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel about uh, if you put your trash cans outside and somebody else comes along, or a neighbor that lived down the street or on the other side of the street comes by and there's nowhere to park, they move your trash cans and they park right there? How would you feel? Because you know what I'm saying, I don't know about y'all, but y'all know them that the trash cans, they only run one time a week. So of course everybody is trying to, you know what I'm saying, make that like, "Hey man, put them trash cans out," because you know what I'm saying, if not, we're gonna be stuck with that shit all week. Welcome back. What's your thoughts on the war that America has barged their way in? Um, Shit, my take on that is, you know what I'm saying, I'm asking, I could put that as simple as this, right? When a person get into it with somebody else, and they get into it, you don't know what the scenario is, you don't know what this person did, you don't know what the other person did, but you know, all you know is that they get into it. If you decide to own yourself to be able to just butt in and say, take one person's side. Now, the thing is, when you do something like that, now not knowing the side of each story, and you jump in. Now, if one of them decides to haul off and hit your ass, you're a part of the problem, because you made yourself a part of the problem. So, me saying that is this: I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we should let that be they war and stay out the middle of shit. But at the end of the day, obviously they came. But I just feel like, you know what I mean, I don't think that we should have engaged in a war that didn't belong to us. I'm just saying. I don't feel like we should be stepping in any sort of war because of how times is already. Times is already hard. Now, if we have, you know what I'm saying, something to do with that war, or you know what I'm saying, they did something to where, like a 9/11 incident or something like that, then okay, then I can understand. But it's just to jump into a war, like it has to be something in it for them. Because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like America is about greed. Like if you look at it and you look at the statistics of it, it's all about greed. It's all about the top dollar. What can we do to make a dollar? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, use something to the advantage of trying to get a dollar. Because it's all about divide and conquer. So with that being said, I feel like we shouldn't be digging or sticking our nose into anybody else's business. They should let them, you know what I'm saying, duke that out, because we never had the issue in the first place. When you do stuff like that, you put people in harm's way, as far as people trying to, you know what I'm saying, live their life on a regular, and you over here intervening and stuff, and that's where we have the extra problems, because you sticking your nose where it don't belong. Um, I'm not a fan of war, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really a fan of people going to go fight for a war, but at the end of the day, it's like, um, I don't feel like it's worth it butting into somebody else's business as far as the war is concerned. But yeah, that's my take on that. I don't. I don't think that we should be engaging in somebody else's war, especially, you know what I'm saying, when that's their issue. It ain't got nothing to do with us. But back to the story at hand. Me personally, I feel like if I put my trash cans out there, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody, they put their trash cans out there. If I don't move my trash cans, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know for a fact that whatever block you stand on, whatever, you know what I'm saying, residential, you know your neighbors, whether if they're down the street, up the block, or the next block over, you haven't seen or pass each other quite some time. So if you see somebody put their trash cans out there, now I can understand nearly if the people put like the trash cans in the middle of the parking space, then I wouldn't. Okay, now you're asking for an issue. Now you know what I'm saying? You basically saying you don't want nobody to park there in general. But if they put their trash cans on the end, you know what I'm saying, you should be good. But it shouldn't be an altercation or an issue, you know what I'm saying, or if you moving the trash cans. But some people will do that. Some people will block their resident or block it, put it in the middle to where you can't park there, or they're gonna bring another car down from the garage or whatever to save that parking space. You have that too. So my thing is this. I got another question, right? I want to know how y'all feel about this. Because it's on the lines of the same type of topic. So y'all know how y'all have the residential street. You got the house, and then you got the street where you park and you get out and go inside the house. I used to think when I was a kid that the parking space in front of your house belongs to the house it's in front of. Meaning, if my house is right here and this is the public street, and you know how they put the numbers of your address on the sidewalk, I used to think personally that was like the person that stayed right there in the front. I used to think that was their house. I mean, their house, they parking space. And then I was like, I used to get mad. I used to tell my pops, like, man, I hate when they park in my grandma's parking spaces in front of the house, this, that, and the other. And he's like, well, it's a public street. Anybody can park there. I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? They got grandma numbers on it. That's her parking space. But do y'all think that the parking space belongs to the person that stays there in front of the house, or is it a public street? Because I had a conversation with my girl about it, and something to that nature. It was something along the lines of, but it was more so we was conversating about anybody being able to park there, but a lot of people don't like people parking in front of their houses. But I'm like, that's true, but even though it's in front of their house, it's kind of somewhat public parking. But you have some places that you'll go, or residential street that you go down, and people don't like people parking in front of their house. You know what I'm saying? You pull over there, the first question they're gonna ask you is, why you didn't pull that motherfucker across the street? Even though that there's parking on either side of the street, you know what I'm saying? People, I don't know. My grandmother was like that too. She didn't like nobody parking in front of her house either. She would say park in front of, your house, or, park down the street or anything to that aspect, but she would never have or let nobody, or she would try to get it towed, but it never panned out. But like my thing is with the public street, the thing that I have an issue with is the people that's sitting there. They got like 17 cars. They got 17 cars. And then as soon as one of them start up on the street and get ready to leave, the other one is already in the car getting ready to take that parking space. But you good over there? You okay? Oh. Another thing I've seen on TikTok, which is crazy. It was a guy that was sitting there getting his workout in, right? You know, everybody go to the gym, get their little workout in or whatever. And he's sitting there doing this thing. You know, some people work out in the mirror. So he's sitting there, you know what I'm saying, exercising in the mirror or whatever. And a girl or a young lady is exercising right next to him. And as she's exercising right next to him, um, she ends up dropping the weight on her foot. Now he sees it, but he pays it no mind. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, a lot of women nowadays, the first thing that they will say, not like that, but women, y'all would, not all, but some will be like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't need your help, or I'm independent, or you know what I mean? So he didn't want to basically overstep. So he stayed where he was, you know what I'm saying? It looked like she seemed to be okay or whatever. So he kind of left the situation alone. So after he left it alone, the girl is now like mad in the sense of why you didn't come over and help me, or why you didn't come over to see if I was okay. So what the young lady did was she went to the management, and and told them like, hey, you know what I'm saying, this guy sat there and watched me drop this thing on my foot and never said anything. He never came to check on me or nothing. So they ended up kicking him out the gym because he didn't want to help, or he refused to help the lady or service aid to the lady. Now the guy doesn't work there. Guy don't work there. He's in there just getting his exercise in like everybody else. And you mean to tell me, if I sit there and see you hurt yourself and I don't help you, you gonna kick me out the gym for it? Yeah, no. But the guy ended up getting or pursuing a whole lawsuit over the whole ordeal. Because I'm like, it's crazy how you have some women that be, well, I'm so independent, this, that, and the other. And so a lot of men kind of back up away from that, or the theory of like, we don't want to feel like because we're helping, we want something out of the deal, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like getting something off the top shelf for somebody, something like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to overstep and make it seem like it's something more than what it is. Like I'm just helping. I don't need nothing out of it. You know what I mean? So we kind of back up from that to be like, okay, well, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know we done been inside the gym or went somewhere, we lifted some weights, and you know what I'm saying, one of them came across and hit the toe or something like that, or you stomped your toe on something. But he could have checked on her to see that she was okay. But I mean, nowadays, people be wanting to be left alone. So you know what I'm saying? He probably thought that, you know, maybe it was one of those situations where it's like, okay, she'll walk that off of. You know what I mean? Something to that. That's her fault. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying the same thing that you said. I believe it's her fault, but she making it seem like it's the guy's fault. Like you didn't come, y'all didn't come together. Like y'all didn't come into the same car to the exercise place. Y'all don't even know each other from Adam and Eve, and I'm just supposed to just sit here and just I would have been like, you damn, you good? You straight? Oh, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I seen, but I mean, if I'm at the gym, right, I'm putting my headphones in. I got the towel around the neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching what time I'm either on the treadmill or on the bench press machine. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep up with that shit. I'm not really paying you no mind. I sit there and laugh at people all the time that sit there and stump themselves, stump they foot, they toe, tripped over something, almost fell in a hole or some shit like that. And I have, you know what I'm saying, as well. So it's like, I'm gonna be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But I might not even say nothing to you. I might say to the man, like, damn, I hope she all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look like that shit hurt it. You know what I mean? Type of feel. But I don't know. For her to just try to press the issue like that because she can help. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have helped your ass either. I would have looked at you. Looked at you like, I hope she get up because, you know what I mean? Anybody finna pick your ass up? Yeah, I'm saying the best I can do is call the paramedics. I don't know if you want to pay for that $2,000 ride, but that's on you. Oh man. Oh yeah. Another one. Another one I can't get past. There's always some shit I'm always saying on TikTok, right? Dude dumps his girl after finding out she made an OnlyFans account while they were together. So what happened was the boyfriend ended up finding out that she had one or whatever. He said, you know what I'm saying? Basically told her over the phone like it's over. Now, you know, when you're dealing with a female, the best thing you can do is kind of tell them in their face. Breaking up over the phone ain't really they forte. But he did just that. She ended up coming over to this house trying to explain why she had one. She was trying to pay her bills and he not paying her bills, so she had to find a way to pay her bills and stuff to that nature. He told her that he wasn't going to be together. He didn't want to be together anymore if she decided to make an OnlyFans account. So, long story short, she ended up making one. She ended up going to his house, and she trying to plead her case of why she made one. Of the reason why, because she was trying to pay her bills, he wasn't paying her bills, stuff like that. The words that I couldn't get over was that he told you. So I'm trying to get. You asked him, can you have an OnlyFans account? And he told you no. And you make one anyway. So it's like you had a conversation. So I'm trying to figure out in your right mind of when and where did you have this conversation that it played out in your head like, oh, I'm gonna ask him and see what he say. And then if he say yeah or no, I'm still gonna create one anyway. But if he say yeah, that's even better because I can be able to make my money and be able to pay my bills. But what in your right mind will ask a person that you're in a relationship with, is it okay for you to have an OnlyFans account? And then it got past the point like, fuck it, okay, I asked you, and okay, fuck it. Even though you said no, at least I asked you, but I'm still gonna do this shit anyway. But I still want to be with you though. I still want to be with you. But I want to keep this OnlyFans account. What do y'all think? Do you think that a person that is inside, whether if they're male or female, if they're coming out with an OnlyFans account, is it okay to have an OnlyFans account inside of a relationship? Yes or no? I got to know. I got to ask somebody else. Maybe the way I'm looking at it, it could be a little different than what everybody else is feeling. But do you feel that people that are inside of a relationship should have an OnlyFans account? I just gotta know. From YouTube to Facebook Live, somebody tell me, is that what people are doing nowadays? Now I can understand. No, I can't. But I'm just saying it's more theoretical if I put it like this. Like if you single and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, make you a little money or whatever, and you ain't really got no access to no music, find no other way to do it, and you really ain't got no, I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat and whatever you got to do to make shit meet and ain't nobody help you, okay, I'm not against it. I'm not against nobody hustle. But I'm saying inside of a relationship, do you feel like it is okay for either party to have an OnlyFans account or a Tinder? Fuck that, we go up in the ante, or a Tinder. Somebody tell me. Because the fact that she asked him, can she have an account, was just ruthless to me. Like, where's the respect level inside the relationship to where you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a picture right here behind me. I don't know if y'all can see this picture, but it's my favorite picture in the whole house. Besides the picture of my family, my fiance, like, besides those pictures, right? This is one of my favorite pictures in the house. For the simple fact that you see a man and a woman up here, rather, it don't even matter the color, just a man and woman up here sitting down at the table together, counting money and putting it where it goes. This goes to this bill. This goes to this bill. This goes to this. This is for my little liquor or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because at this time, you know what I'm saying, the bills came first, and then whatever moonshine came after that is whatever moonshine came after that. But I'm just saying, that's I won't having our OnlyFans. Come on, bro. Come on, make it make sense to me. My thing is, if you wanted an OnlyFans account, you wanted an OnlyFans account from the beginning. That had nothing to do with the relationship, but I'm just saying, I'm seeing a lot of no's here. I'll say no, unless both parties have one. What? Okay, you're going to have to explain that one to me. No, unless both parties have one. Well, there's a lot of freaky P. Diddy shit going on. I'm just saying, like, if both of y'all got one, okay, so if the conversation comes up at the table, right? The conversation comes back at the table, and it goes, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Anything you want to say, well, you know what I'm saying? I thought if we're going to take this to the next level, I got an OnlyFans account. I thought I should let you know. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Since we're being honest, I got one too. Okay, what do you do from that point? Do they both have to do both parties have to get rid of the OnlyFans account, or are they subjected to be able to keep it? Because I'm not understanding. Like I get it. It's their form of cash flow, whatever the hell y'all putting on there. Not saying the people that's sitting there watching the show, but I'm just saying the people that's actually doing it. Whatever you putting on there, right? I'm just saying. She doesn't respect him or herself. No, she don't. No, she don't. I didn't hear not a damn piece of respect come out her mouth. The whole fact that you even thinking about some shit like that is just mind-boggling to me. Like, you know what? I thought of a real way to make some money. Nah, fuck that. Stripper ain't making it enough out here in these streets. You gotta do too much to be a stripper. See, if I create this OnlyFans account, I can make me some dollars. I ain't gotta ask somebody for nothing. I get it. But I feel like you're going to have a lot of commitment issues if you have an OnlyFans account trying to create a real relationship. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's going to be some jealousy type shit going on there because, you know what I'm saying? If you got one and she got one, ain't no telling what's on yours. Ain't no telling what's on his. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like that'd be a more of a gasoline to a fire situation right there. I'm just saying. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you single doing your thing and then you feel like partying and that's something that you into or that's on your bucket list, by all means, do your thing. Live your life. Give it away to you want to give it to. It's your choice. It ain't your choice to get something. You know what I'm saying? But you may or may not get something in return from that. It might not be a good thing either. But I'm just saying. You know, but it's yours. Everything is about choices. Everything is about choices. I'm just saying, I feel like if you got an OnlyFans account, you shouldn't be looking to be in a relationship. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? At that point, the person that has your full undivided attention should be the only person seeing your goodness. Now, if he's okay with it and that's the kind of dude that he is, okay. By all means, keep your OnlyFans account. But like I'm saying, I don't think that's going to be a long-term relationship. I'm just saying. In a way, if you look at it certain ways, it's a form of cheating. I get that it's the money aspect. Some people may or may not want to put their face or whatever. I don't know what's on there because I don't have one. So I can tell you about it, but I can't tell you everything in it because I don't have one of them. And if you do got one of y'all some nasty, I'm just playing. I'm just saying. I just feel like if that's what you into, that's what you want to do, I feel like you should be in a relationship trying to do that. I just feel like you should just be doing that and just do you. Just like I feel like the same thing for like with strippers. I I don't see them like, you know what I'm saying? Not like that. I can't say taking them seriously, but because you do have some strippers that be in there and just mainly be in there about their money so they can pay for their tuition or whatever. But then you have some that they never thought about even going that way, or don't even have a plan to be able to achieve whatever career they was trying to do in life. But I just feel like don't go that way. I just find it mighty odd that they had a conversation about it. That's what threw me for it. It was like I had a conversation about her getting one, and she ain't never had one. It's making me think that she had one already. And she just now telling you about it. You know what I mean? So it's at that time we should have checked to see how long that account been open. Like, okay. Anyway, I'm just saying. So I also seen something else on TikTok, and it kind of puzzled me. Kind of fucked me up in a way, but I had seen it, and then what drew my attention to it was that I seen it was like a piece of paper. You know how you cut a piece of paper, like the white sheet of paper? You cut like a nice size out of it, and you write on it like you leaving a message or something to somebody. So it was one of them, and on it it said, "Happy birthday to my wife from your husband, yada yada yada." So she gets on TikTok and says, 10 years has went by and you ain't did nothing for now one of my birthdays. You couldn't even give me a card. Then the whole message on the card, on the paper made sense, like, oh shit. So instead of buying a card, what he did was he wrote it on a piece of paper, made it look like a card, and said, happy birthday to my wife. It wasn't a balloon there. It wasn't a stuffed animal there. It wasn't a rose there. It wasn't no chocolate there. It wasn't no heels there. It wasn't no lingerie. It wasn't no jewelry. It wasn't no shopping spray. It wasn't it wasn't no gift card. It wasn't no stockings. Oh shit! It wasn't no earrings. It wasn't no ring. It wasn't no nose. It was nothing. Nothing there. Nothing next to it. I didn't see a cake. I didn't see no ice cream, no paper plates, no napkins. It was just this paper that he had wrote on. And she said, year after year, you know what I'm saying, I asked you to take me to do anything, just to do something. And you have never took me nowhere. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, we did go some places for your birthday. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't this year or last year. Basically incorporating that it was a few times that they had went out for her birthday. But then she politely said this. She said, okay, that's fair. But every time that we went out for my birthday, I basically paid for everything. It was on my dime and my account, and the only reason why, because I wanted to actually do something. She basically was trying to see what he was going to do for her special day. And all she got was a piece of written on piece of paper that said happy birthday. I'm sorry, but I think I speak for all the real niggas out here, or all the real men out here, by saying this. Nigga, you trifling. Oh, you trifling. You mean to tell me you've been with this woman 10 years and she ain't even worth a balloon, a cake, a nothing? You didn't nothing? You didn't get her nothing. Not nothing. You didn't give her some money to get her nails done, you know what I'm saying, to make her feel it looks like yeah, you trifling. You trifling for that one. I tell you, you ran a cold game for 10 years, though, my nigga. I give you that. 10 years and you didn't do nothing. At this point, I feel for the women. I don't know where she at, but I hope you find somebody else. I think you should leave this dude alone. This dude, out of 10 years, he couldn't get you a balloon. Hell, you could have went to the Dollar Tree and got me a bag full of shit. I would have been thankful for that shit. Something, you didn't put forth not that effort into the shit. Nothing. You didn't put nothing into it. You could have baked the fucking cake yourself. You know what I'm saying? You didn't put no creativity. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Look, we ain't none of us rich, right? Ain't none of us rich. We all paying bills. We all got shit we have to do. We all have responsibilities. I get it. But at the same time, if this is the woman that's been holding it down, especially for 10 years straight, and she been riding with you all these 10 years, I'm surprised she lasted 10 years. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just saying, it's for a lot of women, for a lot of men, it's the thought that counts. And for you to think that writing on a motherfucking piece of paper saying happy birthday was it, yeah, you trifle. I don't even know how she did that one, but I'm just saying creativity is like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. We all paying the gas bill, that DWP bill, maybe even a car note, and we paying rent. I get it, but there's other things that you can do besides that. I hate to laugh at the shit, but the shit is sad. I'm just saying, you couldn't buy her a 2-piece and a biscuit. You couldn't find something that was half off. You couldn't save 7 months in advance to be able to do something, knowing that the situation is rough. You can save $25 out of each or whatever, or try to save something per month to where you can take her to one of her favorite places to eat, make it seem at least special to where she feels like she's the one for you. Like women, all they want is to feel beautiful and feel like to be loved. That's it. And what you did, you basically treated like you was a dog in the backyard that had barely ate in 10 years. You almost forgot it was back there. You just threw like a couple of bones, a little bristle back there. Like, all right, well, I guess you can eat that because, I almost forgot you. I don't know. Wow. It was, I want to know where his thought process, because he sounded a little slow when I was listening to the video, but I'm like, come on. I know somebody that ain't got it all to sit there and still buy some flowers. Something. Then she get to looking at somebody else, you gonna be mad. But look at the consequences of what you did, though. So it's hard to bounce back from this. Now you see why some want to jump ship, because they don't feel how they used to when you first got with them. You got to keep that shit going. You got to keep that shit steady. Whatever you did to get that woman, the things you were doing while you were with that woman, that shit is consistent. That's throughout the whole time. That's not you started, then you show them the real you, and then you stuck on the real you, and then they looking at you like, damn, where's the motherfucker I fell in love with? Where did that person go? Like, yeah, I mean, you used to take the time out to do this. You don't even do this no more. You used to take the time. I used to open up the door for me. You used to do this. You used to want to go out with me. Now everything has to be consistent. You want her to consistently look good for you, don't you? You want her to consistently be happy. Because that's the main motive of a man, is to make sure that the woman is happy. If you want to make her, you got to tell her that she's beautiful every motherfucking day. I don't give a fuck what day it is. Don't give a fuck if it's a Wednesday and it's storming raining outside. Baby, you beautiful. Make her feel appreciated. But the fact that you wrote on a motherfucking piece of paper, you might as well have wrote P.S. I owe you for your birthday. You know, I'm not. A cupcake, something. Like, come on, bro. It's a happy birthday hat at the Family Dollar right now. You could have went to Five and Below. You could have went to Ross and bought a house. You could have did something, bro. And the thing about it is, she probably know your situation, and all she wanted was just a little validation of what was going on, and feel appreciated of the 10 years she put into this relationship. That's crazy. Yeah, it's wrong. I feel like it's very wrong. So I don't know. I tell people all the time, if motherfucker don't make you happy, leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you've been wearing tear and it ain't working, find a different way. Life is too short to be trying to hang it on. If they showed you who they really are, then move on. Don't try to fold and mold somebody into what you want them to be. It's not going to never happen that way. Be with the person for who they are. If you're not going to be for who they are, I wouldn't even be engaged with it. I've just said. Crazy. A piece of paper. Mm-hmm. I thought my nephew was gonna make it in time, but I hope that he go back and watch this show. Like I said, if you have any topics or any questions as far as anything, as far as sports, relationship, whatever, you know what I'm saying, bring it to the table. If you know a friend or if you know a story, you can change the names of the people that's in the story, bring it to the table. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was it's one story my auntie wanted me to bring up. And I was supposed to have brought it up a while ago. And I didn't get a chance to, but I'm finna bring. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I'm finna bring it up now. But she told me, or she was telling me a story of a friend of hers was saying that she'd been married to a guy for I think 15 years or so. And she was wondering why the guy never went down on her. Never went down, and he never once put it into the hole that counted. He always wanted to go in the back door. Now, put it in this terms that way, you know what I mean? I don't have to get all graphic and detailed about it, but she was wondering, she was okay with it, but then she was wondering from a different perspective, like, why is it that he doesn't want to do it the normal way? He always want to do it in the back door. So when she brought to my question, I'm like, so you mean to tell me he ain't never took an entrance through the front door? Every time he came on, he came through the back door. There's only one thing I can say about that. I don't think he likes it. If you've been with a guy for 15 years and he ain't never went in through the front door, I don't think that's what he's interested in. Right. That's what I'm saying. You've been with him 15 years. You've been with him 15 years, and he ain't never went through the front door yet. I find that's a little it's something wrong with that. Either it's something he needs to tell you, or he covering up. But either way, you know what I'm saying? That's his life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this is my I ain't never heard of a scenario like that before. That's the first. Which is crazy as hell. But at this time, before we close out the podcast, for the last go round, last call for alcohol, if there's any questions or topics that you want to bring to the table, or any subject that you might have seen on the news, or something that you want to bring to the table, please put it into the inbox. I will read it and I will get to it. Before I complete this segment, I appreciate your love and support. Thank you for the people that's been sitting there liking my straightforward clips. I am going to change that video. That video of the entrance. I know it looks drastic. It don't look like I want to do the video, but I'm gonna make it more enthusiastic. I promise. And I'm gonna put some more material out there. I gotta keep this shit going. But at the same time, in between time, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate y'all. If y'all can go on there, this video will be posted on YouTube. So if you have not followed, it is at str8 Podcast. I am Black Heirloom Entertainment. Others may know me as something else, but in due time we'll get to that. But at the end of the day, love, peace, and soul, and remember, always remember, respect one another and show the same person or another person the same respect that you will want. Peace.
Wow.